Chris, what is our next topic?
We're going to get into some non-spoiler territory for everyone. I want to be very, very clear about that. We are not spoiling the episode of Ms. Marvel that dropped last night at midnight, all right? This is our non-spoiler review, and we're going to just kind of touch on a few things with you guys on it, okay? Now, Ray and I got to watch this last night, so I think we're the only ones who watched it from the show.
I think I watched it.
You think you watched it? Ray had a lot to do, you guys.
Before the show, I was telling Chris about what I guess I thought happened, and she's like, no, that's not. Because I was trying to watch it while doing the work this morning.
Yeah.
And that doesn't work sometimes when you're stressed out. So
for sure.
I'm not going to speak on things I'm not 100% about. But I will say that from what I think I saw, it remains on the same pace as the first episode. Cute. I mean, about her, the main character. And we're getting to know a lot of the people around her now.
Yeah, we're really fleshing out this world. And what I like about this episode as well is it's a very good setup episode, right? We learn a little bit more about her powers and how she's learning how to control them. We learn a little bit more about the people around her and everything. And we're getting set up for the events that are to come here, right? We're getting those juicy, juicy plot points building and building so we can see where this story is going.
So it makes this episode very important.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This is one it's very important.
It's a little less stylized than the first episode.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I didn't see a lot of that this episode.
When you do see it, though, it's adorable. You still have great text messaging. You still have really lovely lighting and imagery and everything. But this one, you got to have, some focus on that superhero's journey. And that's what they deliver here.
I read an article that it was speculating that there's a deep cut Marvel character who might be a big bad in this.
Ooh.
Was there any indication of that in this episode?
I'm going to have to rewatch it so I can double check that.
A magical big bad.
Ooh, I mean, it's a possibility.
Okay, I don't know. I've only watched the first episode.
I was going to say, when John does his after show, if he's up for it, if he's willing and, able, because I know he's really sick, or, recovering
song,
from Buzz Lightyear.
Willing and able.
Great Prince song.
This is not a spoiler. What did you think of how they did? Because from the first episode, she discovers her powers.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about what we're seeing with her powers? I mean, does it look good to you? Does the effects look bad? I thought they looked great.
I think they look really great, especially because it is such a stylized power, right? It's that kind of light chrysalis that forms around her, which I think looks really, really cool. I also love, and again, this isn't super spoilery, I love that she's not particularly good at this. I mean, you've got to learn how to use a power. And that's always been a problem for me in superhero montages and things, when people get their powers just real quickly and they're like, oh, yes, of course, I know how to do this. I'm a high school student, and yet, look at me. I'm thriving. Because let's be real, guys, we've all been to high school. None of us were thriving at anything. We're all just walking hormones, trying out our best to figure it out. So when you're juggling also, which they do in this show so well, all of the minutia that comes with being a high schooler with all of this, right? Figuring out these powers, learning how to control them, trying to figure out how the heck you even have them. You're not going to be stellar at the beginning. And I think they handle that very well here too. And the effects, Ray, like you were saying, are just, I love them. I think they look great.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited to see what's to come. I'm very excited for you to watch this, Rob.
All right, well, I can't wait. I really enjoyed the first episode.
It's so cute,
right? I quite enjoyed it. So.
And going back to the kind of John Hughes-ness of this show, too, we're even seeing a little bit more of that come in as well, with a few new characters being introduced.
All right, then.
There might be some more high school kind of shenanigans happening.
Love the shenanigans.
Me too. I love this show. But guys, are you loving the show? Was episode 2 up to your expectations? Did it drop a little bit? How are you feeling about everything that went down? Remember too, y'all, if we could keep this pretty spoiler-free in the comments section, just to be courteous to your fellow fans, we would really, really appreciate that. So let us know what you thought without spoiling anything downstairs.
Guys, we want to take a second to thank the sponsor of today's video, HelloFresh. Let me take a second to tell you why my wife Ann and I love HelloFresh. As two working professionals, at the end of the day, it can be tough to get dinner together, and HelloFresh saves us loads of time, money, and most importantly, gives us great tasting and nutritious meals. And no joke, with the easy to follow along instructions, Ann and I actually have a blast cooking dinner together. And they're so foolproof, even I can do it alone when Ann's not there. And HelloFresh now has over 30 dinner recipes to choose from every single week. That is the most choices of any meal kit out there. Customize your favorite dishes with new Hello Custom offerings by swapping out one protein or side for another, upgrading for a more luxe experience, or even adding protein to a veggie meal. So guys, right now, go to HelloFresh.com/Campea16 and use the code Campea16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. Once again, that's HelloFresh.com/Campea16. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.